Taxi Hunter from 1993 from Herman Yale. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. An interesting director who's done so many movies. But the ones that most notable will be Ebola Syndrome, which, funnily enough, I only saw this week, and I must admit, it's well worth tracking down here if anyone watching this has not yet seen it. Well worth tracking down. Highly recommended by Moviedrone. Along with, he also directed The Untold Story, which is also highly recommended material if we're worth tracking down if you've not yet seen, and you're not into if you're okay with extreme horror, and extreme black comedy, then you'll be really happy. I can't. Oh, I've got no script. You'll be really happy if you watch Taxi Hunter as well. Taxi Hunter is definitely not in anywhere near the same realm as the last two aforementioned movies. I mean, they're nowhere near as gory. Don't get me wrong, Taxi Hunter has its moments of violence for sure. There's one particular scene in particular where a rapey taxi driver gets his just desserts, which anyone would think was a good thing, to be perfectly honest. I mean, what happens? It's basically the idea is about a man who loses his wife. His pregnant wife dies thanks to a very bad, very rude taxi driver, and he snaps and he decides he's going to go and kill him, all rude taxi drivers. And there's so many of them that this guy's pretty much got his sport for choice. He takes it sport for choice. There's so many of them. There's a few. Well, at least I remember one scene in particular is where he actually lets the taxi driver go because the guy actually he's doing his job properly. He's not out to make a quick buck like most of them are. Apparently, if you think taxi driver rudeness is exaggerated, even in the UK we had rude taxi drivers as well. That's rude taxi drivers. It's probably worldwide. It isn't just in the country this film was based in. It was filmed in. Although I understand the film was actually a satire on just how rude taxi drivers were in that country at the time, and probably who knows, probably still are. It's essentially a satire on that. It's probably his idea of doing so. He's done in a humorous way, essentially. Although it's a play very straight faced, it's obvious there is black humour involved. Very much black humour involved in what is actually going on. I mean, the same goes for Ebola Syndrome, which is packed full of black humour. But you have to have the right style of humour, sick style of sense of humour, to get the film is actually supposed to try and be very very funny, along with being very, very god damn kind of thing. But you have to have the style of humour to get that. Something else, I suppose, is this week's movie like Dead Heat, but Dead Heat is much more toned down version of the style. His more extreme kind of humour. If you have to watch the movies to try and make sense of what I'm trying to say here. Trust me, it's hard to explain these movies. Taxi, as I said though, well, it's very well acted by our main protagonist, who's going around killing all the actors apart from one guy who essentially plays the comic relief. He's definitely not that good. It's not the actor's fault. It's the style of humour, the humour that you either love or you will hate. I personally was much more interested in the dark style of humour that the director goes for. The trouble is that in that country, the humour, their style of humour is also, they love the kind of silly humour, which is what you get here, and you either love that sort of humour which drives you up the wall, and it drove me up the wall. So don't go into the movie expecting a great. Don't go into this movie expecting a laugh right when it comes to certain scene, but any scene with this guy in. If you don't, unless you like that style of humour, then good on you. Perfectly fine. I mean, if you like that style of humour, then great. I mean, fine. I personally didn't find it funny. I just found it annoying and completely out of place with the rest of the tone of the rest of the film, including the humour the film does have. There is some very dark humour, which is much more in tone with the style of movie that they're making here. Then they bring back the comedy cop, the comic relief cop, and the tone goes. You think, what the hell they involve this guy? This guy's character, he's just not that funny. And the tone doesn't work with the rest of the movie. As I say, it doesn't ruin the movie. I mean, it wouldn't be a Moviedrone if I thought for 1 second this film wasn't worth watching. The film is not only worth watching, it is available on YouTube for free. Not in the best quality. I saw it a better quality than this. But the YouTube version is probably, for most people, the YouTube version will be the best way to watch this movie, or the easiest way to watch this movie. And I believe there's a number of copies available on YouTube. I'll put a link down below to the film that is available on YouTube, so you guys can check it out. Talk about it. Let me know what you think. Am I right in thinking that Taxi Hunter is one of the better movies I've seen this year from foreign country, or one of the worst movies you've seen this year from foreign country? Totally up to you to decide on that one. I personally loved it. I love the concept. I love the idea. Most of the stuff that was going on was great. But I'd say apart from the grating comedy cop, who was about as funny as having a full-on Ebola yourself. To tell the truth, but that's reference to the movie, not the movie. There's no Ebola involved in Taxi Hunter. Just a lot of dead taxi drivers. Well, not that many. There's a Billy Campbell, not that many. I would have had a few more knocked off myself. But I would have had him knock off a few more myself than he does. But there's definitely an argument that this film is a lot better than it has any right to be. And that's because of the talent involved. Decent actors. Funny how decent actors, decent writing, and basically well, outside of what I just said. But funny how that kind of thing can make a decent writing, decent acting, decent direction, decent editing can make a decent movie. Funny that. Just saying, but funny that, isn't it? How that can happen. As I said before, the taxi drivers are very rude. I mean, criminally so. So is it any wonder the guy eventually cracks up? Some would argue this film is very similar to Falling Down. I would say that, but I've always thought Falling Down was overrated. I haven't seen the film in years. I remember back in the day when I watched it, I thought it was overrated maybe because it was a very toned down version of a man snapping. This is much more realistic version of a man snapping and what he would do after eventually cracking up. And it's only a personal opinion. But in my version, someone who's pushed to the edge, this is the more realistic version of what happened. He's a very sympathetic character. There's no point in them you go, oh, he deserves to get what happens to him because of what he's done. I mean, after all, his pregnant wife, got killed right in front of his eyes by a fucking taxi driver, a very rude taxi driver. So that would snap anybody and make him want to get revenge. If I've got any flaw in the movie, it's that he never finds the taxi. He never goes looking for the taxi driver who killed his wife in the first place. I mean, that would have been a fitting way to end the film. The film ends just with no real resolution. Arguably, no real resolution as to the character. In my personal opinion, just sort of ends. I suppose it's one of those weird endings that has no real resolution. In my mind, maybe you'll think differently. Either way, Taxi Hunter. Link below. Check it out if you want. Check it out. Find out what you think. Thank you for watching Moviedrone for this week. Next week on Moviedrone, No Place to Hide. Yes or no, Drew Barrymore. Yes or no, Drew Barrymore again in No Place to Hide. Maybe fake documentary that's become a bit of a classic over the years called The Legend of Boogie Creek, which I want to have a chat about because I have my own personal theories about that one, which may be a controversial, but I want to talk about them. And another movie I've yet to decide for next week. So, till then, thank you for watching as always, and keep tracking down crap movies. If you have any suggestions for Moviedrone, you think they should be added to the Moviedrone list, that you need I think should be introducing. I really need a script. Introducing. Please let me know. Until next week. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the video. Like the videos. Recommend Moviedrone to our people. That's not good. This is something the end of this video done well. Right. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week.